say yes for HVAC.
I see why.
David A. Santini, CPA LLC, providing financial peace of mind. Let us take the stress out of taxes for you too. Peace, love, and taxes.
Mike Rossi of Weichert Realty has extensive knowledge of the North Jersey real estate market and guides you through the different steps and directions along the way. Reach out to him for a free consultation at myrossiteam.com.
This game is brought to you by Aaron Mizzarelli of State Farm in Randolph. My licensed and experienced team members are here to serve you for all of your insurance and financial service needs in New Jersey and New York. We offer excellent customer service, and our office is conveniently located in Randolph, New Jersey. For a free auto, home, life, or business quote, visit us at aaronmizzarelli.com or call us at 973-389-9999.
Stressed about college admissions? Get Me Into College is here to help. We guide students through academic planning, building college lists, crafting standout application essays, and navigating financial aid options to help them maximize their potential. We know what it takes to stand out and get into colleges nationwide. Let's make your college dreams a reality.
Have you or someone you love been seriously injured? The personal injury lawyers of Einhorn, Barbarito, Frost, Botwinick, Nunn, and Musmano can help you seek compensation to ease the road of recovery ahead. To learn more, visit us at einhornlawyers.com. Einhorn Barbarito, with you every step of the way.
Pipeworks Services, providing quality plumbing, heating, cooling, electrical services, and insulation for 20-plus years. Our unwavering commitment to excellent service has earned us the trust of North and Central New Jersey communities. Call us today at 973-298-1961 to experience our dependable and caring expertise.
Pick Your Cards is located on Route 46 in Ledgewood. Our huge inventory can be shopped online at pickyourcards.com, where you can use the code BIGSTATESPORTS for an extra discount.
If you live in Andover, Blairstown, Byram, Frankfurt, Franklin, Frieden, Frelinghuysen, Greene, Hampton, Hardwick, Hope, Knowlton, Lafayette, Newton, Sparta, Stillwater, Sussex, and Wantage, Planet Networks is building high-speed fiber in your neighborhood. Visit getplanetfiber.com today to learn more.
We offer installation of siding, vinyl, and composite. We also do replacement windows, doors, roofs, decks, attic insulation, and e-shield.
Oh, why didn't I just call Blue Nail Exteriors?
Blue Nail was superior in almost every aspect. We worked with contractors for almost everything in the firehouse, and Blue Nail really made us feel comfortable all the way through, from the contract to pre-planning to scheduling, getting the job done. We are thrilled that they were able to do the job for us.
For years, it had been the same routine, working all night. Ah, those beautiful faces. I wanted more, for me, for them, for our futures. There was this day that something changed, a simple moment of dress-up. It opened my eyes.
Take charge of your future and go big at CCM.
Third down to give. Montella cuts back up the middle, and he's over 1,000 yards, and he's off to the races.
Up in the air, blocked down!
Dumping in, wide open net. Too easy right there.
Molly Chapman, she'll take off from the wing. That one's good.
Webb trying to get the pin.
Here we go.
And it got it! That would win it for Warren Hill.
Great senior night ceremony here at Lenby Valley High School.
A 63 save performance by Casey Connor, the Crimson.
And he break his record. Penty Edwards wins it.
First game of your conference schedule.
So good, and we're all so pumped and just happy to look.
Lineups ahead tonight on more Sussex.
And good morning and welcome to Wilkins Field here in beautiful Mountain Lakes, New Jersey, as Big State Sports presents high school boys lacrosse. And it's the granddaddy of them all when it comes to high school lacrosse in Morris County and the state of New Jersey, as it's the 81st meeting between the Mountain Lakes Lakers, who come in a record of 6-1, 0-1 in the Gibbs division under their legendary head coach, Tim Flynn, who recently got a 750th win with a win over Mendham the other day, take on their rivals, the Delbarton Green Waves, 6-1, 3-0 in the Fitch Pit under their head coach, Matt Kovacic. He's a Hall of Famer as well. Matt recently picked up his 100th career win and a victory over Caldwell, and they are also considered the unanimous #1 team in the state of New Jersey. So welcome everyone to the Mandelbaum and Barrett broadcast booth here at Wilkins Field in Mountain Lakes. Since 1930, handling all your legal needs, professional or personal, they have your back. Go to mblawfirm.com for more information. And our weather today, a little overcast, but it's beautiful weather. Last time we were here was freezing rain, basically. It's 68 degrees here in Mountain Lakes. That's brought to you by our friends at ICS. Keep you cold when you're warm, warm when you're cold. Go to ICSHVAC.com. And our opening face-off today will be sponsored by our friends at Open Road Mazda of Morristown. Check out their great selection of vehicles for under $15,000 and their money-back, 5-day money-back guarantee. Open Road Mazda of Morristown. And we have some special sponsors for these Mountain Lakes games. We can't thank these guys enough. First of all, we want to thank again Mandelbaum and Barrett. Since 1930, they have provided a full suite of legal services to help companies and individuals with their personal and business needs. Learn more at mblawfirm.com. Looking to turn your scrap metal into cash? Trust CM Metals with over 60 years of combined experience. We know the ins and outs of scrap metal recycling. Our reliable service, transparency, and commitment to customer satisfaction sets us apart. Whether you're a business or an individual, CM Metals is your go-to partner for hassle-free recycling. Choose experience, choose accountability, choose CM Metals, where scrap metal meets service. Hap Goods, located in the heart of Mountain Lakes, they offer casual family atmosphere serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Hap Goods also offers catering and private events for your next large gathering. Next time you visit Mountain Lakes, come visit this unique, charming restaurant. You won't be disappointed. And J.M. Rogers is a family-owned and operated custom house brokerage with a rich tradition of providing unparalleled service and support to their valued customers across all industries. In operation since 1952, J.M. Rogers Company is a recognized global logistics leader specializing in custom brokerage, freight forwarding, and duty drawback. So we want to thank all those sponsors who have helped us get all these games on Big State Sports covering Mountain Lakes. So again, the 81st meeting between these two storied programs in Morris County. Delbarton last year with a 6-5 victory to take a 42-38 lead in the series. That was a great game over there in Morris Township. Jack Amato led the way with 3 goals, but it was defense that was the name of the game for both clubs in that game. Jack Amato, we said, had the 3 goals, but Will Petticano, who's back, the Duke commit, Bo Poppin, the Notre Dame commit, both back from that last year's defense. Gabe Ryder, Liam Larson, and in goal, our Big States player of the game last year was Patrick Rilke, who was at Lafayette. Patrick had 9 saves in that win against Mountain Lakes, who made it tough. Delbarton got out to an early lead, but the Lakers, as they do, battled back. So Delbarton sitting at 6-1. Their only losses to Brunswick of Connecticut, 12-5. They have wins over Haverford. They beat Ridgewood 10-6, Caldwell 13-4, and then the signature win, St. Anthony's, who was considered the #1 team in the nation at the time, 12-11 in overtime. Then they had to come right back and take on Seton Hall Prep, who was considered the #1 team in New Jersey at the time, beat them 8-5, and then they're coming off a come-from-behind victory over Summit. They were down 5-2. Kane Quino came in as the face-off and did a great job. He was 8 of 9 for the Green Wave. Gavin Ronweber, who's going to High Point, he had a good game. He had 3 goals in that win. And Tanner Shimko has been terrific in goal for the Green Wave. He's going to Johns Hopkins, and he had 6 saves in that victory. But there's just talent all over this roster. You look at it on the attack. Ron Weber, he's going to Middlebury. I said High Point. My apologies. Then you have number 12, Chase Hauer on the attack. Hauser, he's going to High Point. Ron Weber with 15 goals, 11 assists. Hauser with 3 and 7. And then you got Peter Falk, who's going to Trinity, number 88, with 11 and 6. Your offensive middies, Alex Schobel, number 4, is going to Babson. He's got 9 and 3. Brandon Fedor, number 28, 1 and 3. Then Asher Tester, who was a big contributor last year to a team that won a Morris County championship but lost to Seton Hall Prep in the state tournament. Tester's going to Colgate. He's got 1 and 4. And then their defensive middies, Andrew Johnson, he's back. He was terrific in last year's win. He's number 8. He's going to Williams. Will Trafford going to Colby, but he's going to play football. He was a great football player for Coach Brian Bowers. And then long stick mid, he won the best in the country, going to Duke. Will Petticano, number 1. He also can score. He's got 4 goals, 2 assists. And then you got your long poles led by Bo Popham, number 43, going to Notre Dame. He's going to hopefully join up with former Seton Hall product Sean Light, who's started 2 years in a row for the defending national champion Irish. And Kip Rand going to Hamilton. And then Tanner Shipko in goal, 53 saves. He only allows 7.3 goals per game. But the question here for Delbarton, and I was talking to Coach Matt Kovacek beforehand, face-off. They got 3 guys capable. Kane Quino was the one that came up big against Summit. But you got Philip Bernardo. He is 28 of 47 for 60%. Quino on the season, would you throw in last week, he's 11 for 15. And then Christian Trzynski, who was a face-off guy last year, who was just a tremendous face-off guy, 44 of 76 at 58%. I'm going to bring in my partner for today's game, former Pope John star Nick Caruso, who is also coaching at True Lacrosse. Nick, thanks for joining us.
Honored to be here. Thank you, Dan.
Nick, before we break down a little bit this Delbarton team, tell us what's new with True Lacrosse.
Yeah, Garden State Lacrosse, we have tryouts July 9th for women, 2027s through 2036s from 5:30 to 7 at Station Park in Sparta, New Jersey. And then we also have boys tryouts 2027 through 2035s as well, July 8th, 6 p.m. to 7:30, also at Station Park.
Station Park in Sparta. So True Lacrosse, always busy. Bobby Sedlock does a great job doing that. So, Nick, you're familiar with Delbarton. When you were in high school at Pope John, you played against these guys, you played against Mountain Lakes. But just talk about the talent level on this Delbarton team. You're familiar with a lot of the guys.
Yeah, playing against these guys as a senior when these guys were sophomores, they were still game changers then. They still are now. LSM, Will Pecorino, going to Duke. He's unreal. I mean, started as a sophomore, played against him, and yeah, definitely a game changer, along with Bo Popham. These are guys that have been playing at Delbarton for 3-4 years now, starters. So yeah, game changers all across the roster.
Now, obviously, they play one of the toughest schedules, if not the toughest schedule in the state. But this Mountain Lakes game is always different. You throw out the records of the Mountain Lakes 6-1, their lone loss was a tough 7-6 Gibbs Division setback to Northern Highlands. But they're banged up, the Mountain Lakes Lakers. They got their 750th win for Coach Flynn with the win over Mendham. But they're out. Ty Plotz, they're terrific LSM a broken collarbone. Milo Pennison has a hamstring injury. He's going to Vermont. How does Mountain Lakes overcome that? They won 2 games, beat Bergen Catholic, even though they were down 9-8 without the services of those 2 terrific defenders.
Yeah, it's definitely an impact in today's game. However, when you have a coach like Coach Flynn, I guess you have to fall back into the game plan and really get into the what Mountain Lakes does as a team, which is just swallow offenses up. And so when you have younger guys trying to step up, you really just fall into the game plan that they have had for years and years and years here at Mountain Lakes. This is a lacrosse mecca in New Jersey and in the country. And these guys, they know what they have to get done today, and we'll see if they can execute.
In the win against Bergen Catholic, Lawson Fagan had 3 goals, 2 assists. Gillespie had 2 goals, and Corvelli had 2 goals. We're going to listen to the national anthem. National anthem in the book. We'll finish breaking down Mountain Lakes with that big win over Bergen Catholic. Down 4-1, they came back and won that game. Brendan Santawani's been terrific in goal this year. He's going to need to step it up again today. He had 11 saves in that win. But defensively, you lose a kid like Plotz, you lose a kid with like Pennington. So these guys are going to step up. They've been looking at Dylan Gambuti, 24, Aaron Gellert, number 5, Ryan Sluck. He's usually a regular defensive lone pole, but he might be at LSM. So there'll be a lot of moving parts today. But you know Plotz, what he brings to the table, terrific player, and Milo Pennison going to Vermont. Tough to replace those guys, but what's the mindset of the guys that are going to be filling in for them? They can't get overcome by the big situation.
Yeah, it's about not making the big mistakes today, playing true to their game that they know at Mountain Lakes. And it's really, they don't have to try and fill those shoes, but they have to step up in a way that they can give something for their team today. So we'll see if they can execute, and we'll see if Coach Flynn's game plan goes well today. We'll
see. Well, we talked about Santawani in goal, 80 saves. He's only allowed 38 all year goals, 5.4 goals against. But the attack goes around Buck Nelcommit, the sniper, Holden Gillespie, dangerous from anywhere, 25 goals, 12 assists, number 9. 61 Lawson Fagan, 14 goals, 18 assists. He's so creative around the net. Down at X, he can get it done. He's another long, lean guy to get things done. Then Massimo Cervelli's been terrific. He missed a game back from his injury, number 23, 9 and 10. Then Merrick Martirano, he missed a game. So his team has been bagged up. He's back, 7 goals, 9 assists. Freshman Owen Higgins has been terrific, 7 goals, 11 assists. And then Vinny Sinna and Carson Fitch, 39-21, can give them a punch as offensive midi. But their defense, we talk about missing those guys. Their short stick middies, Connor Higgins, 8, and Colin Masters. Connor Higgins, 8, Colin Masters, 15, have been tremendous all year. In fact, Masters was our player of the game against Randolph. Usually the short stick defensive midi, we don't get player of the game. That's how much of an effective he was. So we will see what happens here. We're about ready to face off. Mountain Lakes in their home orange, and taking the face-off for Delbarton was Christian Trzynski. And right off the bat, shot and a goal. Delbarton takes the 1-0 lead. Trzynski off the face-off. Take us through that, Nick.
Yeah, I mean, that is the definition of a young defense right there. Missing 2 guys down at the defensive end for Mountain Lakes. You just got to have someone go there, stop the ball, and they didn't have that rotation, and they were late, and you give a good face-off guy like Delbarton has that opportunity to let one rip and puts it in the back of the net.
Trzynski's second goal of the season. So we'll head back to face-off X. This is Jaden Hernando for Mountain Lakes. And Hernando will get to possession. They'll send it back. And they will go to work. Colin Masters, number 15. Merrick Marano will come on, number 7. So a banged up Mountain Lakes team, but Coach Flynn, he will not use any excuses. It's next man up here at Mountain Lakes. I've used the line before, Nick. I mean, they're Group 1, so everyone says, oh, they're David. No, they're a Goliath. They got plenty of numbers, great coaching, great kids. So there'll be no excuses from anyone here if they don't play well. And it's a big week for Mountain Lakes. They beat Bergen Catholic. They got Delbarton today, and then Don Bosco in a Gibbs Division game. So going against arguably 3 of the best non-public schools in the state against a Group 1 team. But Lakers will use no excuses when it comes to that. That's Fitch in there at 21. Dumps it back up to Merrick Marano, who's been terrific this year. Going to Gettysburg. This is Fagan. And this is what I think Mountain Lake's going to want to do, Nick. Long, smart possessions.
Especially with that banged-up defense.
Mm-hmm.
Keep the ball on this end of the field.
Billy Barrett's been a terrific face-off guy for Mountain Lakes as well, so we might see him run around with the shot on the back, and we'll stay here with Lakes. And on the back is Corvelli. But that defense, it's been terrific all year. Bo Popham right there, the Notre Dame commit. Kip Rand going to Hamilton. Got Pedicano. That's a lot of talent back there. Also, Darrell Core, number 99, out there committed to BU. Shot saved by Shimko. And here comes the Mountain Lakes ride. They like the ride, and they're very effective with Fagan, Gillespie, and Corvelli up top. Bringing it across for the Green Waves, Andrew Johnson. Good job by the Lakes defense off the ride. It's Carson Fitch. Let's see if he slows things down. And with Bo Popham coming after him, that's probably a smart move. Popham trying to pick his pocket. Stay here, unsettled. Feed the crease. Fagan over the top. Shot, goal. We're tied at 1. Lawson Fagan. Nick, what you see here, buddy?
That is Mountain Lakes lacrosse. That's what I see. That is a ride into offense. This is what they do. They suffocate opposing's clears. They do not let the poles carry the ball up, and they take the ball away at the big line. They had a great push into transition, and that's what happens. What a play to get away from such a great defenseman down there near X, and what a finish.
All right, we'll head back out to face-off X. This would be Minardo for Delbarton, as Coach told me before the game, Kovacic, he will mix it up. Minardo goes down, ground ball scooped up, pops out loose. Who's going to get it? Good hit by Masters. Ryan Sluck was trying to get it. I think we're going to get a push. Nope. And we'll be against Mountain Lakes, so Delbarton will go to work. They scored right off the opening faceoff. Getting a talented attack that scores 9.6 goals a game. Against that schedule, that's pretty impressive, Nick. It's a lot of goals against a lot of good teams. So we'll look at their offensive personnel. Asser Tester, a veteran on this team. He's going to Colgate. All right, so we're going to see our first real set against this new-look Mountain Lakes defense. Nick Scugelli out there, number 14, with the knee brace, back from an injury. And we'll see how they react against a very potent Delbarton attack. This is Ron Weber. Looking for the pick. Good slide. Working around the corner. Oh, nice save by Centilani. He just robs Peter Falk. The Lakes will get the possession back with 8:22 to go here in the first quarter. Thanks for joining us here live on the Big State Sports Network, coming to you from the Mandelbaum Barrett broadcast booth here at Wilkins Field. Dan Cleary, along with Nick Caruso, played at Pope John. Played on this field when Coach Flynn got his 700th win. You were playing for Coach Hoffman and Pope John.
Yeah, it was. It was definitely a culture here built in Mountain Lakes behind Flynn. Such the incredible coach that he is. Playing against him is definitely an honor and definitely a cool experience.
All right, so Delbarton will get it back after the turnover. They'll go to work. Alex Schobel going to Babson. Schobel with 9 and 3 this year. It's just that we talk about Mountain Lakes has great depth. The depth for Delbarton is amazing. They got kids that come off the bench that are already committed. And Coach Kovacek is built on what Coach Chuck Rubeling built for years. Chuck, a proud graduate. Shot, saved by Santilani. Chuck graduated from Delbarton in 79. He went 523 and 114 from 86 to 2017. Still helping out with the freshman. Chuck, a great guy, class act. So the two most storied programs in Morris County and in the state, you can make that argument. Here's Merrick Matarana on the run. Gets his hands free. Now they'll work it back to X.
Great job, defense!
Fagan. Try to double the ball, see if that's going to cause a turnover. It will. Patrick Mahoney going to Trinity for basketball. Patrick had a great basketball season. But we'll stay here with Lakes. So, Nick, what are you seeing here early on from Delbarton's defense? What are they doing here?
Yeah, Delbarton's defense looks sound right now. I mean, they gave up the one in transition, but the second Mountain Lakes gets it set up in the zone, they're, as sound as can be. A lot of aggressive defense at X. With you got guys with that much talent, you can really press out on hands, and makes it really tough for those Mountain Lakes attackmen to get space to make something happen.
Little spin dodge. Gillespie draws the double immediately. And they'll work it back. Mountain Lakes will go back to work. Matarana will step back. Merrick turns. Here's an interesting stat, Nick. 68 goals for Mountain Lakes this year, 66 assists. They share the ball.
That tells you everything you need to know about Coach Flynn here.
They share not a lot of one-on-one stuff. They make the slides come, and we'll have a turnover whistle there against Mountain Lakes. And on the run is Mahoney, unsettled. Pants here, shot, and another stave there by Centilani.
There it is again, that young defense. They're just not stopping the ball coming on the fast breaks. Coach Flynn has to recognize that and make an adjustment.
Chase Hauser with the rip. Got Sugelia, you got Venicina, you got Masters, Higgins, Sluck, Rogers out there, and Sugelia in front of Centilani. Ron Weber. Some great names have played in this game over the last 41 meetings. Trapuka, Smith, Cuccinello, McLaughlin, Costin, Shuckman. And on Delbarton's, C.J. Kirst and Mikey Long, what they're doing up at Cornell, #1 team in the country. There's a turnover. C.J. on the Terraraton list once again. Pretty cool, the #1 team in the country from New Jersey. Two captains in Long and C.J. Kirst. With the great names from Delbarton over the years. Matarano. Delbarton looking for the offside, not going to get it. Let's see if he attacks the cage. He does, goes wide. We'll stay here. Little no look there. He was trying to deke Shimko, but Shimko knew he was coming. 4:22 to go. We're tied at 1. Mountain Lakes is, Delbarton's won the last 3 meetings. Mountain Lakes' last win was in the 2022 Morris County Championship. And at that point, Lakes had won 4 in a row. Nice spin, shot. Taken there by Fitch.
One thing Coach Flynn has definitely implemented in this offense is, if you watch off ball, there's always a guy moving around the crease and picks being set. It's tough to navigate for a defense, but that's what Delbarton's here to do.
Good defense there by Will Trafford. On a little swim down, shot and a save by Shimko. Ground ball, stay here at Lakes. With the rip and another save. That's the freshman Higgins with the take. But again, Mountain Lakes keeping possession. That's big for them, Nick.
Very big. I mean, they keep getting these matchups with the shorty at X, and Mountain Lakes is going to take advantage of that all day if they can.
Good defense to break it up. Pedicano gets it, and on the run, Core dumps it off. And this time, Lakes does a real good job of getting back, although left alone there for the moment. And that's terrific defense by Seguelia. Delbarton thought they had an unsettled going, and that young defense, they must have heard you, Nick. They got back in time.
They stepped up.
Terrific job by them. Using different combinations, see who can fit in. Coming out of the box, Asher Tester going to Colgate.
These are two very different offensive schemes we're seeing today. Mountain Lakes loves to set their picks on the crease, and Delbarton loves to stay up top, get the ball around, open set.
Off the pick. Good slide. Rommer sends it back. Pierce Bolger's checked in. Pierce has had a great season, too. He's got 5 goals. He got them going the other day. Shot goes high. Bolger with 5 goals this year. Just a junior. Stay here. Good job by Masters. Such a strong kid, number 15. Another rip. Stay here with Delbarton with just over 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. We're tied at 1. The granddaddy of them all, Mountain Lakes Delbarton. 81st meeting. Doesn't get better than this. Draws the slide. One extra pass here.
Interesting.
And now it's broken up. Great job there by the short stick midi. Connor Higgins, what you see there, Nick?
Interesting approach here with the young defense. The Mountain Lakes is sitting in a zone right now. This is not what you would expect coming into this game against Delbarton. You know, they move the ball quick. It seems like they're going to try and take advantage of this zone, but let's see if they can.
This is Ron Weber. They haven't had too many shots in close, and maybe they feel Santawani's better from looking at the ball at the perimeter. But great defense thus far by Mountain Lakes. Ron Weber, Segueli on him. They send it back to X. Work it around. Hands free, shot wide. Taking the rip there, Asher Tester. And I think that's the game plan, push them out. Take the perimeter shots.
Let your goalie, who's a stud so far this year, make those saves from the outside. And if you just take away that inner crease, I mean, they'll take that all day here at Mountain Lakes.
Bolger swings it over to Ron Weber. Sluck over there by him. They're forcing Delbarton to be patient. Great communication right now by that Delbarton defense, calling out the slides. Everyone knows where they need to be.
Yeah, if there's one thing you could describe Mountain Lakes as, it's disciplined. I mean, it is apparent, as we've seen so far today. I mean, this zone that they're running, I mean, it's really stopped Delbarton so far through this first quarter.
Aaron Gellert in there now, number 5, one of the players we mentioned along with Dylan Gambuti. That have to step up with the absence. And there we go. Great stop there for Mountain Lakes. See if Delbarton doesn't have the ride going. They'll bring it across. This is Masters. See if they hold for one here.
Sitting in that zone, they're just going to sit back and wait for Delbarton to make a mistake. I mean, you can't force a pass like that. You got to be patient.
15 seconds. Corvelli. See if they get it to Fagan, 61. Materano, 6 seconds. Pedicano on him. Good job by Will Pedicano. And the horn will sound in a defensive battle, which we kind of expected. We talked about both teams' defenses, but it's the newfangled Mountain Lakes defense holding up against a talented Delbarton squad. So 1 quarter in the books here on Big State Sports. We're tied at 1. We'll take a break, and we'll be right back live on the Big State Sports Network.
Our philosophy is the customer is number one. We offer a variety of products and automotive services to enhance your vehicle's performance. Our mission is simple: We never promise more than we can deliver, and we always give the customer more than they expect. Because at Madison Tire and Auto Repair LLC, our philosophy is the customer is number one. Please call us for a quote or service question at 973-377-1915.
Hi, my name is Andrew Shaka. I'm one of the owners here at New Jersey Siding and Windows. We are a family-owned residential remodel firm. Everything we offer here is quality and comes with great warranties. If it's a residential home, there's no home too big for us to work on.
Pipeworks Services, providing quality plumbing, heating, cooling, electrical services, and insulation for 20-plus years. Our unwavering commitment to excellent service has earned us the trust of North and Central New Jersey communities. Call us today at 973-298-1961 to experience our dependable and caring expertise.
And welcome back to the Mandelbaum Barrett broadcast booth here at Wilkins Field in Mountain Lakes. A beautiful day here in Mountain Lakes. Sun's starting to come through. I want to go to mblawfirm.com. I want to thank Mandelbaum Barrett. I want to thank CM Metals, Hap Goods, and JM Rogers for sponsoring today's game. And my partner, Nick Caruso, former Pope John Star, and works at True. True's got some stuff going on. What's the website for True so people can check it out?
It would be True Garden State here in New Jersey, up in Sparta.
All right, check it out. They got some tryouts going on. So, Nick, your thoughts on that first quarter?
Yeah, I mean, it's what we expected it to be, a defensive battle. That's not to say that we can't see some scoring to come soon, but, I mean, these teams are star-studded defensively, and Mountain Lakes is disciplined defensively, so we'll see if anyone can crack.
Billy Barrett going against Minardo, and good job with the ground ball win off the faceoff. So the faceoffs right now have been kind of a wash, pretty much even. They'll get it to Gillespie. Bo Popham going to be following around Gillespie. That's worth the matchup right there. Worth the price of admission. Watch Bo going against Gillespie. Gillespie going to Bucknell. And this is a young Mountain Lakes attack. They're all underclassmen. Gillespie's a junior. Lawson Fagan's a sophomore. Massimo Corvelli's a junior.
I mean, this is what Mountain Lakes wants to do this second quarter now. Just hold the ball. Let your defense rest.
Again, the regular season matchup last year, 6-5. Delbarton with the win. And I don't know how many years these teams met in the regular season, the Morris County Championship, and then the Tournament of Champions, which no longer exists. The last TLC was in 2022. Mountain Lakes won it. And Tim Flynn, Coach Appel down in Bridgewater, started that Curse Cup, which we'll have exclusive rights on here at the Big State Sports Network. Coming to you in June from Kane University. I love that. One of my favorite things to cover. But it'll be interesting this year. They're going to use the shot clock. And there's only going to be 5 teams because this year, non-public, all in one. Now, as a guy that played at a non-public, what's that say? I mean, Gil St. Bernard's has won non-public B the last couple of years, has lost in the Curse Cup, but it's given a good account of themselves. And there's a shot and a goal. Great run and carry by Carson Fitch. 2-1 Lakes. Take us through that, Nick.
Yeah, let's see this one again. I mean, just a dodge down the alley on the right side. Gets the short stick matchup. I don't think he thought he got beat. No one went, and, I mean, he finishes in tight. What a goal. That's all you can say.
Fitch, football player with his third goal. But going back to, all non-publics are in one group now. It's going to be very tough for one of the smaller ones to beat a Delbarton, a Don Bosco, a Seton Hall Prep. That's going to be a tough road to hoe.
Certainly. I mean, those are the powerhouses here in New Jersey. But, I mean, any given year, any given day, I mean, any team here can win in North Jersey. It's just what it has become and the mecca that it's became for college lacrosse.
And Abby won on the faceoff there, taking that to Kane Quino, who did a great job against Summit. And he'll get rid of it, and Delbarton will get their personnel on the field as they trail 2-1. But both of these teams, no strangers for being behind. I know each coach don't want to hear that, but it's happened this year, and they show great composure. That's Jack Sheridan, number 19. They're just the numbers that Delbarton comes at you with. And a little bit warm today. It's been cold for the last 2 weeks. So we'll see if that plays a factor. Though it's not even noon yet. It's going to be warmer as the day goes on. Trying to make the move there. Bobby Cusimano is going to serve our country at the Air Force. Thank you for your service, Bobby. Segueli was on Ron Weber. Hands free. Shot saved by Centolani, and the ground ball comes out. Sluck's going to get to it. See if we get a timeout called. Yes, indeed. Great timeout called by Mountain Lakes with 9:14 to go, and they'll keep the possession. Nick, just give everyone the information for True's tryouts real quick.
Yeah, it is women's tryouts are going to be July 9th at Station Park from 5:30 to 7 p.m. And then boys tryouts are going to be all grades July 8th from 6 to 7:30 p.m. Also at Station Park in Sparta, New Jersey.
All right, a great timeout call there. We talked about it was a little bit of runs in this rivalry with Mountain Lakes winning 4 straight. And then Delbarton's won the last 3. So we take a look there at the Mountain Lakes huddle. And again, a big week for Mountain Lakes. I mean, to beat Bergen Catholic without Plotz and Milo Pendleton, that's impressive. Talked to Plotz before the game. He's hoping to be back before States with the broken collarbone. His older brother, a stud at Sparta, playing at Utah right now. He's a Pope John transfer. You know him well.
I do, yeah.
And beating Bergen Catholic. And then they got Delbarton today and Don Bosco coming up next week. Don Bosco favorite to win another Bergen County championship. Brady Scoletti going to Duke. Just a tremendous program Coach Will Lane has over there. Coach Gorman did a great job. His son went to Marquette. And now I think he's back in his alma mater, Magnus Albertus in upstate New York. All right, so a little ride can be set up here by the Green Wave. Hauser will be on Rogers. See if they work it back to the keeper. Nope, they'll switch fields to get his Segrelia. And he's put on the brakes. Now they'll work it back. And he'll get it across. Now they just need to touch it up. And a big check there by Daniel Dautro.
That's not what you expect from Mountain Lakes right there. That looked like undisciplined. That looked like some confusion. That's not what I was expecting to come out of a timeout.
Pedicano bounces right back to his stick. Ron Weber. The Green Wave trail 2-1. And a defensive battle today. Between the consensus #1 team in the state, Delbarton. We just throw that out the window. The Mountain Lakes plays. They step it up to a new level when they take on the Green Wave. 2 Hall of Fame coaches and 2 storied programs. Jared Bowden is checked in. He's going to Lafayette, #9. Patient set here. Swings it over to Cusimano. He's defended there by Higgins. Good job. That'll be a turnover.
That is outstanding defense right there by Mountain Lakes. I mean, on hands at the perfect time. That's what they want to do. I sound like a broken record, but that's the story of today's game.
Great job by Connor Higgins. And Fitch using those football skills. Gets across. 7.5 to go. Settle down. We'll get it to the younger Higgins. Talented freshman.
Great job out there, defense!
And the Lakers will go to work.
Here we go, Merrick!
Again, I'm just watching, obviously, the ball, but watching Popham and Gillespie. 43 on 9.
Here we go, Lakes!
Wakes will bring it back. Merrick Matarano, he's terrific on the run. He's going to be defensed there by Michael Rolke. Patrick's brother. Patrick was a terrific goalkeeper last year. They won the MCT, was terrific in that game. Beat a very good Chatham team, 17-7. Kind of rolled to that title last year. over at FDU. We approach the midway point of the second quarter. Trying to shake the defender. Higgins gives it up. Gillespie, shot saved by Shimko. Terrific stop. And that will roll out, and who will be there first? It will be the Green Wave. So Shimko getting it done like he's done all year. Battle for that ground ball coming out of the scrum with is Patrick Mahoney. Left alone, shot goes wide. With the rip there was Alex Schobel. Again, what a signature win for Delbarton, but for the state of New Jersey, them beating St. Anthony's. I mean, you might not be a Delbarton fan or a non-public fan, but you know what? You got to get behind when they're playing for someone out of state.
I certainly had a smile on my face when I saw that score. Love to see New Jersey beating up on Long Island any chance I get.
Brandon Fudor gives it up to Asher Testa. Ron Weber. Good ball movement on the doorstep. Save. Rebound. Goal. Peter Falk with the rebound. Take us through that, Nick.
Yeah, it looks to me like throughout this game, Mountain Lakes has been outstanding when they're set up and in that zone. But anytime there's been some confusion or a loose ball, they kind of look like lost a bit out there. And that's what happened there. The ball came out, couldn't figure it out. And when that zone's not set up, a young defense, it's tough to navigate.
Great job by Falk to get there. First of all, great save by Centoani. And when it's unsettled, it's tough to get back, like you said. So we'll head back to face-off X with Hernando going against Kane Queenall. What a luxury. Mountain Lakes has two outstanding face-off guys. Delbarton's got three.
It's definitely a rare thing, but I know both these coaches are happy with that.
Missed opportunity there for Lakes. Stay here with Delbarton. Pedicano swings it over to Ron Weber. Masters comes over on the slide. Ron Weber with the shot and a save. And immediately looking to clear. And Vinny Sinner's going to play it on the hop. Nicely done. He'll touch it up with 5:12 to go. Corvelli. And Anthony Pallone is out there, number 77, playing some D. Again, a banged-up Mountain Lakes defense. Only allowing the 2 goals here in the first half. But under 5 to go. Cena, goal scorers. Trzynski off the opening faceoff. Then Lawson Fagan with his 15th. Carson Fitch with his 3rd. And Peter Falk just knocked in his 11th. There's a rip. Doesn't get through. Actually he does. Shimko gets to it. And immediately in the transition, trying to get it on the bounce to Andrew Johnson. Unsettled. Pedicano with the rip and a save by Centoani. Battle for the ground ball. Green Wave will come out with it. Good hustle there, getting back to get that Chase Hauser. But that was a rip.
Centoani's been standing on his head so far today in this game.
Both schools always known for their goalkeepers. Andrew Adams last year, terrific for Mountain Lakes, playing at Nazareth. Rolke at Lafayette for the Green Wave. Oh, good catch by Falk. Low shot, beautifully done. He gets his second goal, 3-2 Green Wave.
Yeah, that's the first goal Mountain Lake's given up in a settled defense, so I don't know if there was confusion there, but you can't leave that good of a player open like that, and there was no 2 slide there, and got an easy step shot on the doorstep.
Great catch, though, to keep that going. That looked like it could have sailed a little bit. He kept control. All right, so Billy Barrett will be out there for Mountain Lakes on the face-off, as he'll be going against Christian Trzynski, going to Cornell. Gonna go where C.J. Kirst is ripping up along with Mike Long. Battle for that ground ball. We're going to have a push, and it will be Lakes possession. Delbarton's next game is against Westfield. Boomer Wertheimer and that great crew. Colin Coyle, Garrett Ferguson.
Yeah, this Delbarton schedule this year is just unheard of. I mean, they have a gauntlet like I've never seen before. out of state and in state.
We're going to take a timeout, but before we go, we're going to stay here, folks. And I wanted to do this earlier, but the game got crazy with the first face-off. I want to send, from Big State Sports to everyone in the Delbarton community, our condolences to James Santoro's family. James was a great player for Coach Matt Kovacek and Coach Chuck Rubling. Graduated in 2018, was on that TOC team. I was at another company at that time, and James was a great representative for the program. We had a awards dinner, and he was there. He, 25 years old, died in a plane wreck last week. Just graduated from MIT. His whole life was ahead of him. So, our deepest condolences to the Santoro family and the whole Delbarton family. So, for the remainder of this time out, we'll stay here, but we're going to stay silent in honor of James. Okay, so our thoughts and prayers with everyone, Santoro family and Delbarton community. All right, so the timeout. 3-2 our score with 3:45 to go. Again, Dan Clear along with Nick Caruso, former Pope John long pole star, and now working for True Lacrosse. We appreciate him lending his talents today. And again, our sponsors, Mountain Lakes has great sponsors all the time. Again, want to thank CM Metals, Hap Goods, and JMR. All right, have the timeout, 3:45 to go. And Lakes will start their possession.
Yeah, if you're Mountain Lakes, you want a long possession here. I mean, I hate to say stop the bleeding, but 2 quick goals in this low scoring of a game can really shift the tide, and we'll see if we can get a long possession here.
This is the battle I've been watching. Popham against Gillespie, and that could be a turnover.
That's not what you want.
Notre Dame commit to the Duke commit. Popham to Pedicano. Big ground ball here. Who's going to win it? And we do get the push call. And Lakers will get it back with 3 to go here in the first half. They trail by 1. Eric Materano will get it across. Pedicano on him. Shot saved by Shimko. Will stay here with Mount Lakes. And Materano just got laid out. We haven't had any flags yet. We've had a couple pushes, but no man-up situations.
That's what you see with
Pretty
these
clean.
teams like this.
Oh, yeah.
Discipline.
Here's Fagan.
He's still down on the ground.
Yeah, Materano, he was hurt earlier in the year. And he missed a couple of games, and he came back, but Coach Flynn's going to go check on him. We'll take a break as well. We'll be right back here live on the Big State Sports Network.
We are a family-owned business that provides customized apparel, uniforms, fanwear, banners, marketing material, and accessories for sports teams, businesses, and events. TeamOrders.net provides high-quality products, fastest turnaround times, great prices, and unmatched service to our customers large and small.
Hey parents, Anchor Golf and Recreation is now registering full and half-day golf camps. Anchor Golf Day Camps are designed to teach children fundamentals of golf. To register your child for golf camp, go online and click the registration tab at anchorgolfcenter.com. Anchor now has 4 dedicated outdoor lighted pickleball courts. Call to reserve your court today. Check out Anchor's 18-hole miniature golf course with new features. It's fun for the whole family. Anchor Golf and Recreation offers so much more. Call or see us at anchorgolfcenter.com.
Paul Beers of KJM Financial has these free workshops coming up to take the stress out of college planning. Spots are limited and filling up, so register right now to secure your spot.
All right, Merrick Materano will gingerly walk off along with Coach Flynn and the outstanding trainer here, Paul Ponchioni. Hopefully he's okay. Again, don't want to add to the walking wounded here at Mountain Lakes. We talked about Plotz. We talked about Pennison.
Yeah, that's not the guy you want to go down. They certainly ran their offense through him today, and we'll see if he can get it back out there.
Quentin Modi, who hasn't yet to play this year, just all banged up. All right, this is Fagan. Core on him. Nice slide on the switch. Now he's got the short stick. See what he can do with it. Sticking with him is Will Trafford. Going to play football at Colby. Fagan. Dangerous here. Turns around. Oh, that almost went in. Right on the goal mouth.
That's a great stop.
Yes, indeed. And scooping it up is Bo Popham. Wow. Fagan is just getting bigger and stronger. Just a sophomore. Good clear. Get it to Trafford. And let's see if got it off sides. So we'll be back to Mountain Lakes. So Willie will switch fields to Ryan Sluck. Sluck waiting. Making the cut. Trying to clear some territory. Good job to get it to Vinny Cena. Cena, another football player out there, playing for the great coach Darryl Fusco. Son Cosmo was a terrific long pole here at Mountain Lakes. As we have 1:15 to go, we'll see if they hold for one here, Nick.
That's certainly what they're going to look like they're doing here.
They'd love to get a goal, tie this up before this half ends. We got a minute left. Higgins still has it.
He's got the matchup.
Yes, he does. Got Patrick Mahoney on him, short stick. He'll wait. This is where Fagan is dangerous near the crease. If they try to look for him, he scored right in front of the crease on his goal in the first quarter. Oh, diving shot. Shimko read that perfectly. 33 seconds to go. Delbarton looking to clear. And they get it to Petticon. No, bounces right back into the Mountain Lake stick. Wow. That was Vinny Cena hustled back. Here comes Gillespie.
15 seconds.
They had numbers, but look at that defense by Core. Plenty of time here for the Green Wave. Unsettled. Shot goes wide. Taking the rip there, Bobby Cusimano, the Air Force commit. 5 seconds to go. Hauser. Behind the back, trying to feed the crease, and the horn will sound. And a terrific first half in the books here at Wilkins Field between two of the most storied programs in the state of New Jersey. And it's our score, Delbarton 3, Mountain Lakes 2. We'll take a break, and we'll be back with third quarter action here live on the Big State Sports Network.
Planet Networks. Our high-speed fiber is designed to be fast. Up to 300 times faster than cable, and up to 500 times faster than DSL. As fast as 10,000 megabits per second up and down, if you speak nerd. We're talking cheetah, bullet train, lightning strike, hummingbird, race car kind of fast. Planet Networks. So fast, it's worth the wait.
Open Road Mazda of Morristown is your go-to for reliable and affordable vehicles. We offer a wide range of options to match your style and needs. First-time buyers, discover the joy of buying with confidence with our 5-day money-back guarantee. Your journey begins here at Open Road Mazda of Morristown.
Welcome to the arena.
George J. Keller and Sons want your house to be the kind of home for all to see. Best roofing, windows, siding too. Great decks and gutters, we're here for you. Our seasoned pros are unsurpassed, so give a call, we'll take your task. Transform your home, that's what we do. So give a call, we're here for you. For roofing, siding, windows and decks, we do it all for you. George J. Keller and Sons.
Your family-owned operation since 1980. Call for your free estimate.
Huh.
David A. Santini, CPA, LLC, providing financial peace of mind. Let us take the stress out of taxes for you too. Peace, love, and taxes.
Open Road Cadillac has new vehicles in stock, perfect for any family. Browse our used vehicle inventory, expertly inspected and ready for new drivers. Shop online now at MorristownCadillac.com.
We specialize in roofing and siding. That includes gutters, windows, doors, stone siding, decks, and painting. We also utilize new age technology like drones and 3D modeling. The drones keep our guys safe on the ground with an aerial perspective, and the 3D modeling gives us exact measurements for a precise job scope. Give us a call today. We'll be happy to provide you with a complimentary drone inspection. We look forward to keeping your home and your family safe.
Hi, I'm Dan from George J. Keller & Sons. My family-owned company has provided superior service to local homeowners since 1980. And based on the strength of our commitment to you and your positive reviews and feedback, we are now a GAF 3-star President's Club winner. That's right, one of 30 winners out of 2,600 Master Elite dealers nationwide. Our seasoned pros provide the best service and quality products from beginning to end of your project. Give us a call today for your free estimate.
Athletic Fields of America in Montville, New Jersey has become an industry leader in synthetic turf. Serving the greater New York, New Jersey, and eastern PA regions, we have delivered hundreds of both synthetic turf and natural grass sports fields for youth and recreational levels, all the way up to the highest standards and requirements of the NCAA. Our goal with every project is to provide our customers with exceptional workmanship, extraordinary service, and professional integrity, while constructing a superior product that you can enjoy for years to come. Visit www.afoa.us.
I don't really like committing to things. I'm scared. But when Verizon announced that I could lock in a low price for 3 years, I mean, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Can you hear me now?
Paul Beers of KJM Financial has these free workshops coming up to take the stress out of college planning. Spots are limited and filling up, so register right now to secure your spot.
Lichio Power Washing, licensed, insured, 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Serving Morris County and surrounding areas. Call 201-602-2481 to schedule your service or request a quote today.
Go ahead, take a deep breath. Oh, nice, huh? That's some clean, fresh air at the perfect temperature. That is good. Who installed the system? ICS. They're the leaders in HVAC. They make the ductwork at their own factory, so we even save some money.
That's impressive. You recommend them?
It's ICS for HVAC.
I see why.
Hey, Lorraine, go get a big plastic bag. Take some air home with you.
Provide your team or athlete with quality trophies, medals, plaques, and awards with Performance Trophy and Medals of Randolph. Call us today at 973-989-8775.
Not really big into committing to things. I usually stop binging the show halfway through the first episode. I mean, remember when my hair was blonde for like 2 seconds? But when Verizon announced that I could lock in a low price for 3 years for both phone and internet, even if I'm already a customer, I was like, duh. I think 3 years in the future, Pete will be very proud of my decision. Look at me grow. Come on! Can you hear me now? I sure hope so.
Einhorn Barbarito, Frost Botwinick, Nunn & Musmano is a full-service law firm guiding you through divorce, estate planning, personal injury, criminal defense, and other life-changing events. To learn more, visit us at einhornlawyers.com. Einhorn Barbarito, with you every step of the way.
My room is so cold, my fish froze.
Mine's so hot, my sneakers melted.
Rooms with different temperatures? That means your HVAC system is outdated and wasting energy. At ICS, we'll install an energy-efficient system that provides a constant flow of clean, fresh air at the perfect temperature in every room. You could save money each month, and the price we quote is the price you'll pay. Get a quote today. See why we say ICS for HVAC.
I see why.
And welcome back to the Mandelbaum Barrett broadcast booth here at Wilkins Field in Mountain Lakes, live on the Big State Sports Network. I'm Dan Cleary, along with Nick Caruso of True Lacrosse, former Pope John star player. Our score in the 81st meeting between these two story programs, Delbarton, the #1 team in the state, with a 3-2 lead over Mountain Lakes. Hey, the weather getting a little bit warmer, about 74 degrees here in Mountain Lakes. That's brought to you by our friends at ICS. Keeping you cold when you're warm, warm when you're cold. Go to ICSHVAC.com. And our second half face-off will be brought to you by our friends at Open Road Mazda. Check out their great selection of vehicles for under $15,000 and their money-back guarantee. Open Road Mazda of Morristown. And if you want to find out who our player of the game is, you got to go to our social media, and that's brought to you by Blue Nail Exteriors. So our sponsors for today, Mandelbaum Barrett. Since 1930, they've had your back. To learn more, go to mblawfirm.com. CM Metals, turn your scrap metal into cash. Choose accountability, choose experience, choose CM Metals, where scrap meets service. Hap Goods, right in the middle of Mountain Lakes. Check them out for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They also offer catering for private events or for your next large gathering. Next time you visit Mountain Lakes, come visit the unique, charming restaurant. You won't be disappointed. And also, J.M. Rogers is a family-owned and operated custom house brokerage with a rich tradition of providing unparalleled service and support to their valued customers across all industries. Since 1952, they've been a recognized global logistics leader specializing in custom brokerage, freight forwarding, and duty drawback. So I'm going to bring in my partner, Nick Caruso. Nick, what's going on with True? Got some tryouts coming up?
Yeah, we tryouts coming up in July. We have girls tryouts July 9th. Station Park in Sparta, 5:30 to 7, and the boys tryouts on the 8th in Sparta, New Jersey at 6 to 7:30 at Station Park as well. I've been a part of True since I was in 7th grade out in Illinois, and they've been a pretty impactful part of my life, and some outstanding coaches over there, so I encourage everyone to check it out.
All right, Trzynski with the whistle go against Mountain Lakes. That was Hernando, so we'll start the second half with a Delbarton possession, and they scored the first goal of the game 7 seconds into the Trzynski with the face-off win, scored his second goal of the game, was 1-0 Delbarton. At 9:23 of the first quarter, Lawson Fagan scored his 15th goal for the Lakers, and we were tied at 1 after one quarter. Second quarter, Mountain Lakes took the lead 2-1 at the 10:21 mark. Carson Fitch with his third goal of the season. Then Peter Falk, back-to-back goals for the Green Wave. He's now got 12 in the season. He scored at the 5:40 mark, and he gave the Green Wave the lead with 3:57 to go. And that's where we stand, 3-2. But both goalkeepers have done a nice job. Brandon Centawani's really been terrific for Mountain Lakes, and Shimko's gotten the job done for Delbarton. So, Nick, let me ask you, we've been talking about it. People might be just joining us as a banged-up Mountain Lakes defense. Plotz and Pendleton out. Merrick Martirano, I don't know if he's going to be out there. I don't see if he went out there. Banged up. But talk about what they did defensively, played a little zone. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm more than impressed with Mountain Lake's defense today. Young guys stepping up, playing the zone, and really holding Delbarton's offense to a minimum. And I mean, we've seen the struggles in transition, but we really haven't seen a lot of miscommunications when they're in that settled defense. And it's been pretty impressive today so far with the outside shots coming in, and Mountain Lake's goalie has been pretty unreal today. So we'll see if they can continue.
Talk about the job Bo Popham has done on Holden Gillespie.
Yeah, I mean, no goals. I mean,
oh, what a rip, Gavin Ronweber. Let's take a look at that goal, Delbarton.
This looks very similar to the goal they had earlier. I mean, they beat him down the alley, and there's no one there in the zone, so it's just a one-on-one great shot. Goalie couldn't make the save there, and that's not a shot that Mountain Lake should be too worried about going forward.
Just a rip.
That's just a tip the cap to the attackman there.
His 16th goal of the season for Ron Weber. He's going to play at Middlebury, an outstanding program. And it's a big win if they can get it from Mountain Lakes. Billy Barrett, but again, coming back, Petticano. We talk about Popham. When you have two D1 commits with the long poles, and here comes a shot saved by Centawani, that's tough to solve when you got Popham out there and Petticano.
Yeah, it definitely makes it tougher when they can get out on hands and be that much of a nuisance in your passing game. And Mountain Lakes loves to do that off-ball movements. And if they can't get that pass off quick to the crease, I mean, that shuts down a large portion of Mountain Lakes' offense.
I know there's a ton of time left, but you get the feeling here Mountain Lakes does not want to go down 3 the way that Delbarton defense has been playing. So although it's early here in the third, this is a fairly big possession defensively for Mountain Lakes. Falk still has it. Sluck comes up onto him. And again, it's a little bit warm today, so we'll see if that's a factor, although both teams have great depth. Ron Weber sends it back to Falk. He has 2 today. Bowden sends it over to Ron Weber. Off the pick, good slide. Cena got there. Hands free, wide, stay here. Delbarton on the backup, Chase Hauser.
We really see them attacking this side of the zone. I mean, I don't know if Delbarton sees something there, but they are just coming after the same spot over and over.
The thing with Delbarton's attack, Nick, is there's not one guy you have to worry about. You have to worry about all of them. It's not like, oh, we slow this guy down. Saved by Centawani. Loose ball, and it comes right back to him in the crease. Wow. But every one of those guys are capable of scoring and scoring a lot. Delbarton put on a little bit of a ride. So that's a big stop there for Lakes. But I have to give it right back, something they don't want to do there, an unforced error.
That's brutal. Defense makes a great stop, and an instant turnover, that's devastating to Mountain Lakes right now.
There's Petticano. He is not afraid to take it himself, but he's going to flip it over, and Delbarton will get their personnel on the field. And I think Delbarton feels with their depth, they want to wear down this Lakes defense a little bit.
Yeah, Delbarton's game plan here on out. 2-goal lead in this defensive of a game. They should just be holding it, getting the ball around a few times, and really seeing if they can tire down this young Mountain Lakes defense.
Aaron Gellert out there. Although I can hear Coach Byron Collins from St. Bernard's, his voice is in my head. No one came to see this. He's a big proponent of the shot clock. He was yelling at Jimmy Davidson at the Curtis Cup jokingly. No one came to see this. A nice give, shot and a goal. Beautifully, Ron Weber gives it up to Brendan Fedor. Goal, his second of the year. Beautifully executed by the Green Wave.
Yeah, that is just a give and go, cut in the zone, and sticks weren't on hands, and he got a second free and let it rip and beats them.
I believe that's his 8th goal of the year. We'll double check on that. And indeed it is. And a 3-goal advantage, largest of the game for the Green Wave. So Ron Weber and Fedor with goals here in the third quarter. Big face-off here. There's Bernardo going at it with Hernando.
That's the second Mountain Lakes goal we've seen after or the second Delbarton goal we've seen after a Mountain Lakes turnover in the offensive end. And I mean, if you're Coach Flynn, you really are not happy with the way the offense has been moving today. I mean, a lot of unforced turnovers. I know it's tough when you have these star defensemen, and Delbarton has, but you got to get the ball around and settle it. Get some time of possession.
Fitch has a goal today. He swings it back, now back to him, and Masters up top. Excuse me, Higgins. They work it back to X. Austin Fagan. Pop him over by Gillespie. I think Gillespie has maybe one shot on goal today. And yeah, good sight there. Merrick Marano out there playing on a bad wheel. Oh, look at that strip in the pocket there. Michael Rolke. On the run. He still has it. And will that be a turnover coming right back? And Delbarton will scoop up the ground ball. Good work by Patrick Mahoney. But what a great job by Rolke. Little yard work there. Raked it away.
That's a great feeling as a defenseman right there.
Everybody gets on, coming off. And with the shot, save by Centawani on the backup is Chase Hauser. And again, left alone, shot again, and another great save. Oh my goodness, Andrew Johnson robbed. Brendan Centawani standing on his head. Lakers will bring it up. This is Nick Sfigalia with the big knee brace. Terrific athlete. His sister's great athletes here at Mountain Lakes.
Yeah, that looked like a miscommunication there by this Mountain Lakes defense. They had two guys on the crease open. I mean, they were fortunate to get away with that one.
Good work there by the freshman. Owen Higgins gets it across. They'll touch it up. They'll go to work. Big set here in possession for the Lakers. Trailing by 3. In a defensive battle where possessions are gold. Shot and a goal. Big goal there. And that's Vinny Cena, number 39.
That sparks some life into this Mountain Lakes team that they needed right now. They get the matchup at X with a short stick, and they're taking that all day.
Comes around the corner, and he scores. This is the junior's 3rd goal of the season. 5-4, back to face-off X.
Mountain Lakes hopes that can be a spark of momentum for them moving forward here.
Barrett for Mountain Lakes, Kane Queenall for Delbarton. Delbarton with the 3-headed monster, Mountain Lakes with the 2-headed monster at X. Coming off the wings, but that's a great win there by Queenall. Star of the comeback win over Summit. Right now, Delbarton 3-0 in the Fitch Pit with division wins over Colwell, Seton Hall Prep, and Summit. So they have the big showdown with Westfield, which could arguably decide the division title next week. On the run, hands free, shot and a goal. Weaving his way through is Jack Sheridan, the Bucknell commit, the junior with the goal.
Yeah, that stings. You get one, and then Delbarton comes down and gets one right back that easily. I mean, you get the short stick matchup up top with not a lot of help coming from the sides, and just no one went. I mean, got to stop the ball.
the junior Sheridan his third goal of the season, and it pushes the lead back up to 6-3 for the Green Wave with 4:50 to go here in the third quarter, live on the Big State Sports Network. Thanks for joining us. I'm Dan Clear, along with Nick Caruso from True Lacrosse and former star player for Chris Hoffman at Pope John.
This Mountain Lakes defense has done a great job today, but you can really tell they're missing out on their defensemen, their stars, Ty Plotz, and they could really use them today.
Absolutely. Both Plotz and Milo Pennington out. Milo with a hammy, Plotz with a collarbone, both suffered against Mendham. Coach got his 750th win. Number 1 by far in New Jersey, number 2 nationally. Coach Messier is the only one with more wins in lacrosse in the entire country. At West Genesee, we had 846 wins. And Coach Flynn right behind him now with 751. I don't think Coach Flynn's going anywhere anytime soon. He still has the fire in his belly, loves coaching. See if Lakes can answer here as we approach 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Again, terrific defense by Delbarton right there. Patrick Mahoney, we've said his name several times, the short stick middy.
Mountain Lake's offensive game plan is really just to invert this defense and get these short sticks at X. I mean, that's all you really can do when you have these star-studded long poles.
Yep. Attack from behind. There's Maturano. Good sign seeing him out there. Michael Rolke has been kind of shadowing Lawson Fagan. And in the Gibbs division, Mountain Lakes has only played the one game. They lost 7-6 to Northern Highlands, so they'll get into the meat of their schedule. On the bounce. Good thought by Corvelli.
Let's see this Mountain Lakes ride now.
Bosco at top of the Gibbs with wins over Bergen Catholic, Ramapo, and Ridgewood. Such a great division. We talked about how good Fitchpit and the Gibbs. No one better. Gibbs is Bosco, Ridgewood, Chatham, Northern Highlands, Mountain Lakes, Ramapo, and Bergen Catholic. Shot. Stay here. Hauser on the backup. Taking the rip there was Sheridan. He had a goal just before. 2:54 to go. Bobby Cusimano out there, number 42. Now on the run. Ron Weber. Rogers picked him up. Off the pick. Sheridan. Good job sticking with him. By Bradley Rogers, the senior. Slide comes over. A long possession here for Delbarton, 2:15 to go. Falk, he has 2 goals today. Swings it back up top. Now Delbarton's in it. Shot and a save by Centilani. He is keeping the Lakers in the game. Connor Higgins saves it, gets it to Colin Masters. And Mountain Lakes will get their personnel on.
Outside shots, outside stops right now for Mountain Lakes. That's their story on defensive side.
Higgins will come on, the freshman. They'll get it right to him coming out of the box. Got to watch from behind. He winds up, shoots and scores! Wow, with Daniel Dautro on his tail, he gets rid of it and scores.
In the sub game, they got the transition, they got the man free, and Delbarton got caught up in the box, it looks like, and they got the one-man advantage pushing transition. No one stops ball and gets the outside shot and lets it rip.
The freshman's 8th goal of the season. It seemed like he had a feeling. He could sense him behind him and said, I got to take it now, because if he didn't, he was going to catch him. Great job by the freshman. 6-4. We head back to X. Trzynski. Ball pops up. Who's going to get it? This is a big ground ball.
It's pretty awesome. The refs really letting them play today.
And then we're going to get the whistle here. We haven't had a man-up situation yet. We got a timeout, looks like.
Great job out there, defense!
A big ground ball win there. Timeout being called with 1:22 to go. We'll take a quick break, folks. We'll be right back here live on the Big State Sports Network.
David A. Santini, CPA LLC, providing financial peace of mind. Let us take the stress out of taxes for you too. Peace, love, and taxes.
And welcome back to the Mandelbaum Barrett broadcast booth here on the campus in Mountain Lakes. Beautiful Wilkins Field, a beautiful day here. The sun's starting to come out, getting some warm weather. Hopefully spring has sprung. We've had some terrible weather up here in North Jersey for the last few weeks. In fact, a week ago today, I was shoveling. Craziness. All right, so Delbarton got the timeout. They'll have the possession with 1:22 to go. Dan Cleary, along with former Pope John Starr and true lacrosse coach Nick Caruso. Thanks for joining us. And we'll see how Delbarton approaches this final 1:15. They have the 2-goal advantage. Good ball movement. Ron Weber will bring it back out. Good interior defense. Brendan Santawani has been incredible for Mountain Lakes today between the pipes, keeping his team in the game. That's just a terrific job saving a turnover by Fedor, who has a goal today. He's going to go low, and he rips it. Saves it and gets the goal. Wow.
Get the body in front of the ball, and they got Mountain Lakes rotating slow and gets the outside shot, and he's been stopping those all day, but couldn't get a hold of that one. That's just an outstanding shot. Tip of the cap.
But saving it the way he did, just the fact he kept the possession, then he's like, you know what? I'm going to keep the best possession. I might as well shoot. And he takes the rip.
Should be interesting to see what Mountain Lakes does defensively here on out. They've been sitting in this zone, but down 3, third quarter, late. I mean, you could see them start to go into a man, press out on hands, and really try and take the ball away.
3-goal advantage for the Green Wave. Trzynski for Delbarton. And Hernando for Mountain Lakes. And he'll win it, get it to Masters. Pedicano on him. Masters still has it, dumps it off. Will that stay in? Good job by Fagan to save the possession with 30 seconds to go. So Fedor with 2 goals and Falk with 2 goals to lead the way. Coming around the corner, shot. Shimko with the save, scoops up the easy ground ball. Lakes with the ride. Trying to get it out, 8 seconds to go. That's John Fedor will get it over. And on the doorstep, wow, right as the horn sounds. Dangerous looking for Falk. But a good third quarter for the Green Wave from Delbarton as they'll take a 7-4 lead into the fourth quarter. And we'll have that fourth quarter live on the Big State Sports Network right after this.
He has extensive knowledge of the North Jersey real estate market and guides you through the different steps and directions along the way. Reach out to him for a free consultation at myrossiTeam.com.
This game is brought to you by Aaron Mizzarelli of State Farm in Randolph. My licensed and experienced team members are here to serve you for all of your insurance and financial service needs in New Jersey and New York. We offer excellent customer service, and our office is conveniently located in Randolph, New Jersey. For a free auto, home, life, or business quote, visit us at aaronmizzarelli.com or call us at 973-389-9999.
Stressed about college admissions? Get Me Into College is here to help. We guide students through academic planning, building college lists, crafting standout application essays, and navigating financial aid options to help them maximize their potential. We know what it takes to stand out and get into colleges nationwide. Let's make your college dreams a reality.
And welcome back to the Mandelbaum Barrett broadcast booth here in the campus of Mountain Lakes here at Wilkins Field on the Big State Sports Network. Dan Clear along with former Pope John Starr and true lacrosse coach Nick Caruso. And again, want to thank Mandelbaum Barrett. Go to mblawfirm.com for more information. And we also want to thank our sponsors, CM Metals, where scrap meets service. Hap Goods, located right here in Mountain Lakes. Stop by for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. They also cater big events. It's a great place. You won't be disappointed. And J.M. Rogers, a family-owned and operated custom house brokerage. They are a recognized global logistics leader. I want to thank them. So a big win on the face-off for Lakes to start the fourth quarter. Nick, your thoughts on what we saw in that third quarter? Mountain Lakes hung it around, but Delbarton has the 7-4 lead. They've done a nice job, the Green Wave.
Yeah, they're keeping them at a distance right now, and we'll see how defensively Mountain Lakes adjusts right now. They've been sitting back in that zone I mentioned earlier, but we'll see if they step up, get on hands, and try and take the ball away, get more possessions here offensively.
And that's when they didn't need it there, an unforced error. Now unsettled to see if Delbarton attacks. Falk looking for their third goal, but that doesn't get through, so good job there by Mountain Lakes. Falk with 2, Forder with 2, Sheridan with a goal, Ron Weber with a goal, and Trzynski got things going right off the opening faceoff. Goal scorers for Mountain Lakes, Fagan, Fitch, Cena, and Higgins. But Brendan Centawani has been amazing in goal for Mountain Lakes today. And we're going to have our first flag.
That's not something you see a lot, Delbarton. Just a mental error, stepping over on the ride. But they'll play with an extra defenseman until we get this whistle.
So the delayed penalty. Here's the matchup there with Gillespie picking him up there was Kip Rand. Gillespie, I think he has one shot on goal. And he gets tripled up right away. Gets rid of it. You can see Delbarton's defensive game plan was don't let Gillespie beat us.
And they've certainly done that so far.
And we're going to have another flag on the push. So it should be a two-man advantage. Coach Matt Kovacek from Delbarton does not agree.
Good start, maybe a kick of momentum here for Mountain Lakes if they can put one in the back of the net.
Okay, official will come to the table. We'll get all this sorted out. We got the offsides, and we also have a push with possession. Offsides, 30-second technical.
Let's do this!
And a 30-second technical on the possession, push with possession. So chance here for the Lakers. As they got 4 defenders out there for Delbarton, but when 2 of them are Will Pedicano and Bo Popham, you take your chances. They're terrific. They're up top now in this little box zone. And down low will be Kip Rand and Core in front of keeper Tanner Shimko. 10:20 to go. So 2 30-second technicals called on Delbarton. Gillespie. See if they can get him free here against this little zone, right? He's got a terrific perimeter shot, as does Fagan. Here we go. Oh, pops out. Good ground ball win by Sina. And a call will be against Lakes. Try to set up that ride with the two-man advantage.
Costly mistake there by Mountain Lakes.
Yeah, that definitely hurts. Sheridan takes a good shot from Eric Marirano. Sheridan still on his feet, swims through. Nicely done. Sheridan's still going. He has a goal today. Dumps it off. Unsettled shot and a save by Centolani. Just robbing Gavin Romweber.
Buy that kid a steak dinner after this one.
My
He's
goodness.
been unreal.
See if we can take a look at that without interrupting the action, but there's the goal by Falk. He's got the hat trick. Wow, what a sequence.
Left open on the doorstep right there. Just another lapse in communication. That's what happens when you have this young, inexperienced defense. I mean, I said it before, and I'll say it again. Mountain Lakes, I mean, they're really missing these two kids defensively. I mean, what an impact they make.
Falk with now.
But that's another Mountain Lakes mistake on offense that leads to a Delbarton goal on the other side. I mean, that's 3 unforced turnovers that have led to Delbarton goals, and this could be a one-score game without those.
The effort is there for Mountain Lakes, just as the new players working their way in. It's tough when you're going against the schedule that they have. And there's a win off the face-off there by Philip Bernardo. And Delbarton with the 8-4 lead and the possession. Huge momentum shift. You got a 2-man advantage. Whistle against you. And Delbarton does what great teams do. They're the number 1 team in the state. They're nationally ranked. They take advantage. And another save by Centolani. If Lakes is able to claw their way back in this game, as you aptly said, buy him a steak. Buy him lunch at Hap Goods, right there in the middle of Mountain Lakes. But they got a rough mountain to climb, down 4 against the best team in the state right now. But they have shut down Holden Gillespie. And number 43, the Notre Dame-bound defenseman, Bo Popham, the main reason. You don't want to rush your Lakes, but you want to be deliberate either. I know it's tough to do. John Wooden, I'll paraphrase the great UCLA coach. Don't rush, but be in a hurry. Gillespie goes down. Tries to work it to the crease. Ground ball. Pedicano will rake it forward. And you get it to Popham. He gives it to Falk. Little tic-tac-toe. Ron Weber. Shot and a goal. Beautifully done. Let's take a look at that. Starts with the defense, Nick.
Yeah, the transition play there. Great goose out in front. Picks it up. Makes the right play. And what a pass across the field. And a finish. I mean, it's that transition push that Delbarton's had multiple times today that Mountain Lakes can't seem to stop. But that's another unforced turnover. And I think that's become the story of today's game. Unforced turnovers on the offensive end for Mountain Lakes have turned into goals for Delbarton. And it's not been a lot of mistakes offensively for Delbarton. So
this is what the great teams do. They wear you down. Keep tacking on to the lead. It was 3-2 at the half. 7-4 at the 3, now 9-4. Ron Weber's second goal of the game, 17th of the season. And a good win on the ground ball by Kane Queenall. He's going to take a rip. That'll go wide.
I mean, with a team like Mountain Lakes, you're not counting them out until that final whistle blows.
Not at all.
But I'd be interested to see if Mountain Lakes switches things up defensively, goes to more of a man look, trying to press out on hands, take the ball away.
Force the issue. Again, Coach Flynn will never use it as an excuse, but when 43 and 44 on the sideline, unable to play due to injuries, boy, that's tough. That last goal was a beauty. Ron Weber with the finish. If you want to find out who our player of the game is, brought to you by Blue Nail Exteriors, you must go to our social media. We'll have the interview. Again, if you want to get your game on, you can see the form on our YouTube page. If you want to advertise, send an email to George at BigStateSports.com or Sue at BigStateSports.com. We'd love to get you on. We get right on the doorstep, beautifully done, and the goal with the dunk, Chase Hauser.
Yeah, that looked like just a simple case of they're getting tired out there. I mean, communication's lacking, and you get a guy slipping back door, finds him, and what a finish right there by Delbarton. I mean, their offense has really came to life the second half, and it's been just the story of Delbarton today.
Hauser's third goal of the year, 10-4. Again, you can send an email to Sue at bigstatesports.com or George at bigstatesports.com. We're saying we get 4 million views on our social media, and we promote our advertisers on our social media, so there's no other platform that can give you that kind of exposure. Back to face-off X. Kane Queenall wins it for Delbarton. Can they get it out? And good hustle, but it will head out of bounds by Andrew Johnson going to Williams. Again, last week, Coach Flynn with his 750th win was hired in 1980 by the great late Doug Wilkins. We're going to have a 1 minute, and we'll have a man up. So we'll see how Delbarton approaches this. Man down defense, Rogers, Sluck, Masters, Higgins, and Swogelia against the extra man of Delbarton. Not what Mountain Lakes was looking for here. Again, what Coach Flynn's done here with this program. And it was an overnight success. They didn't win their first title to 1988. On the doorstep, beautifully done. They break down that man-down defense, and with their turn and rip is Asher Tester, his second goal of the season.
Yeah, I mean, with an inexperienced defense, I think the toughest part would be a man-down type of play, and they've certainly been very good today with not a lot of penalties, but this late in the game, I said it earlier, they're getting tired and they're getting sloppy, and this is when the mistakes happen.
You know, you're just tuning in, you're like, oh, Delbarton, number one team in the state, just handling them. Far from it. This has been a game up until the last quarter. So they extend the lead to 11-4. Again, doesn't get any easier for Mountain Lakes. They got Don Bosco coming to town, and Delbarton will play Westfield. Both play unbelievably tough schedules. We're getting back to Flynn with his 750 wins. Got his first state title in 1988. And he had some great players that laid the foundation. Dave Frugari, Hugh Chambers, Eric Waltz. And then you got Jake Trapuka. The Trapuka brothers coming in. We got another goal for Delbarton. They're just taking care of business right now. Take us through this, Nick.
Yeah, I mean, lack of communication. It seems two guys trying to figure out who's going to stop ball. No one stops ball and takes the outside shot and hits it.
Ron Weber with the goal.
Heard his name a lot today. He's been very impressive so far.
Yes, he has. He's got 18 goals on the season. 3 today. Ron Weber going to Middlebury. And again, Coach Matt Kovacek getting his 100th win and the win over Caldwell. Longtime assistant to the great Chuck Rubling. There's so many great showdowns between these programs over the years. And it's been an honor and privilege to call the last 5 or 6. I want to thank both coaches for their cooperation, both gentlemen, always willing to help you out. And I want to thank Kevin Wallace, the AD here, for his hospitality. We have just over 5 to go. Now, as we said, both of these teams' schedules, you can't relax. There's no time to feel sorry for yourself. You got to go back out and play Don Bosco. And Coach Flynn wouldn't want it any other way. Play that great schedule. Chase Crindle has checked in. So Chase and Kane getting their time today. Kane doing a nice job at face-off X. So they'll take some time here. That's David Rodriguez. He's going to Oberlin. Number 3 is checked in. Falk has had a good game. With the running start, Bobby Cusimano takes the shot, doesn't get through. Falk will scoop it up, Sluck on him.
Yeah, it looks like Mountain Lakes has switched back into that man defense, trying to get out on hands and take the ball away.
Again, different names out there for Delbarton. Shot taken there. Chase Quinault. Gomez is checked in for the Green Wave. So Coach Kovacek getting his players in with the comfortable 12-4 lead. So if you're Mountain Lakes, you don't want to give up any more goals in the final 340 here. You want to score, you want to finish strong and get ready for a team probably equally as talented as Delbarton and Don Bosco coming to town. Gillespie finally gets the goal. Holden Gillespie with the rip.
It's been held quiet so far today, and that's been a big impact to the Mountain Lakes offense. He's a very talented kid, and finally gets one on the board there.
That's his 26th, 12-5.
Delbarton's done a great job holding him today. Let someone else beat them.
And Bo Popham was not out there on defense for that, so I'm sure Bo, they're going to call it a day for him and a lot of the other stars. So Bo kept him scoreless, going to Notre Dame.
Joining another New Jersey great defenseman, and Sean Light from Seton Hall Prep.
Just a sophomore at Notre Dame and arguably one of the best defenders in the country for the national champ, two-time national champs. All right, Mountain Lakes will call a timeout with 3:20 to go. That'll allow us to thank our sponsors once again. Mandelbaum Barrett. Go to mblawfirm.com for more information. Since 1930, handling all your legal needs. CM Metals. Choose experience, choose accountability, choose CM Metals for scrap meets service. And Hapgoods, located in the heart of Mountain Lakes, offering a casual family atmosphere, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They also will cater private events. So when you come to Mountain Lakes, visit this unique, charming restaurant. You won't be disappointed. And J.M. Rogers is a family-owned and operated custom house brokerage firm. They're one of the recognized global logistic leaders specializing in custom brokerage, freight forwarding, and duty drawback. And we want to thank all these great sponsors that have been allowed us to put on about 4 Mountain Lakes games this year. And I've had the pleasure of calling all 4. We're looking forward to do more games here at Wilkins Field. Again, I want to thank Kevin Wallace for his hospitality.
Let's go, Lakers!
And as always, Mrs. Flynn for the cookies up here in the broadcast booth. They're delicious, as always. All right, Nick, so I'm going to put you in Delbarton shoes and then Mountain Lake shoes, how both teams were approaching the last 320.
Yeah, if you're Delbarton here, you're just trying to take the ball away and pretty much hold it out. I mean, get into the next one. I know they have a tough one with Westfield coming up, so keep the momentum they've built in this game with a great away win here at Mountain Lakes.
Yes.
Going right into Westfield. So, I mean, that should be an outstanding game. Looking forward to seeing that one. And then if you're Mountain Lakes, you're just, try and show some life in the last few minutes here. And then we'll see how well they go into this next Don Bosco game. Still banged up. Still a little injured, but we'll see how they recover into the next one.
I don't think Pennison and Plotz will be ready for the next game, but definitely Plotz, because he said with the broken collarbone, I spoke to him before the game, he's hoping to be back before States. And again, you mentioned a great point, Nick. Back-to-back road wins at Summit, at Mountain Lakes. That's why programs can claim they've done that in the same season. But the Green Wave right now, consensus #1 team in the state. But that could all change against Westfield. That team very capable.
Yeah, Delbarton really came in here and handled the pressure well. I mean, it was a slow start for them early on, but, I mean, we saw in the third and fourth quarter coming out of halftime the adjustments they made defensively and offensively, and they really started to get those free shots off and really light up the scoreboard here, putting up 12 against one of the best defenses in the state.
Talking about Westfield, their legendary former head coach passed away late last year, Coach Sean Sherowitz. He had a 204-108 record, coached from 79 to 96 at Westfield. So another great loss. One of the great coaches in the state of New Jersey. He made Westfield one of the blue bloods when it came to public schools. And former New York Giants quarterback Dave Brown, who played football at Duke, probably could have done both, was one of his top players. Shot and a save. Well, if they get this effort from Santawani every game, they're going to be in every game.
Yes, they are. He's really been outstanding today. I mean, all props to him. I know 12 went in, but, man, he's been unreal.
Stay here with Delbarton with 1:23 to go. Will Plank has checked in. Moving the ball around. These are guys that normally don't see a lot of varsity time, so you know what? Go out and have some fun, guys, if you're on Delbarton. 12-5 lead. And they can say years from now, I played in the great Mountain Lakes Delbarton rivalry game. 81st edition, and Delbarton's going to increase its advantage to 43-38 after 81 meetings in this classic rivalry. Under a minute to go. So again, folks, True Lacrosse having some tryouts. Check out their website. Shot doesn't get through. Ryan Sluck will scoop up the ground ball 30 seconds ago. And again, Blue Nail Exterior sponsoring our player of the game. You'll see that on our social media. So let's see if they can knock one in just to make them feel a little better going into the end of the game. Not much better, because they were coming into this game thinking they could win, even though they were banged up. But they'll find a way. Again, Mountain Lake's so successful, not too many people are going to be shedding any tears for the Lakers. But they will have to bounce back against Don Bosco.
Yeah, this isn't something Coach Flynn's worried about. I mean, they're going to come out and give Bosco a run for their money also. Like
100%.
Week in, week out, this team is just, they put up a fight every week, no matter what.
And there's the horn. Congratulations to the Green Wave from Delbarton as they're going to post the impressive 12-5 victory over Mountain Lakes. They will go to 7-1 overall. They'll play Westfield next as they will probably maintain their top ranking in the state of New Jersey. Mountain Lakes will fall to 6-2, and they'll play Don Bosco in a Gibbs Division game next week. So a great game. And Delbarton just overmatching a shorthanded Mountain Lakes team, but a great game. The 81st edition in the books as Delbarton will improve its advantage to 43-38. So great job by our production team, as always, here at Big State Sports. Nick Caruso, first time out. Great job, buddy. We'd love to have you come back when you get back from school in a couple of weeks. Great job doing the color. Check out Garden State True Lacrosse for more information. And I'm Dan Cleary. We'll see you again soon live on the Big State Sports Network. About ready to face off. Mountain Lakes in their home orange, and taking the face-off for Delbarton was Christian Krasinski. And right off the bat, shot and a goal. Delbarton takes it. And with Bo Popham coming after him, that's probably a smart move. Popham trying to pick his pocket. Stay here, unsettled. Feed the crease. Fagan over the top. Shot, goal. We're tied in. Good defense there by Will Trafford. On a little swim down, shot and a save by Shimko. St. Bernard's has won non-public B the last couple of years, has lost in the Curse Cup, but has given a good account of themselves. And there's a shot and a goal. Great run. Service, Bobby. So Gwaley was on Ron Weber. Hands free. Shot saved by Santawani, and the ground ball comes out. Second quarter. Trying to shake the defender. Higgins gives it up. Gillespie, shot saved by Shimko. Terrific stop. Brandon Fudor gives it up to Asher Testa. Ron Weber. Good ball movement on the doorstep. Save. Rebound. Goal. From Mountain Lakes playing at Nazareth. Rilke at Lafayette for the Green Wave. Oh, good catch by Falk. Low shot, beautifully done. He gets his second.
Pretty unreal today, so
And
we'll see if they can continue.
Talk about the job Bo Popham has done on Holden Gillespie.
Yeah, I mean, no goals. I mean,
oh, what a
over.
The thing with Delbarton's attack, Nick, is there's not one guy you have to worry about. You have to worry about all of them. It's not like, oh, we slow this guy down. Saved by Santawani. And Jimmy Davidson at the Curtis Cup jokingly. No one came to see this. A nice give. Shot and a goal. Beautifully. Ron Weber. Everybody gets on coming off. And with the shot, saved by Santawani on the backup is Chase Hauser. And again, left alone. Shot again and another great. Possessions are gold. Shot and a goal. Big goal there. So they have the big showdown with Westfield, which could arguably decide the division title next week. On the run, hands free, shot and a goal. Weaving his way through. Higgins will come on, the freshman. They'll get it right to him coming out of the box. Got to watch from behind. He winds up, shoots and scores. Wow. His team in the game. That's just a terrific job saving a turnover by Fedor, who has a goal today. He's going to go low, and he rips it. Saves it. Sheridan's still going. He has a goal today. Dumps it off. Unsettled shot and a save by Sento. And you get it to Popham. He gives it to Falk. Little tic-tac-toe. Ron Weber. Shot and a goal. Beautiful. An email to George at BigStateSports.com or Sue at BigStateSports.com. We'd love to get you on. We get right on the doorstep. Beautifully done. And the Coach Flynn's done here with this program. And it was an overnight success. They didn't win their first title to 1988. On the doorstep. Beautifully. And you had some great players that laid the foundation. Dave Frugari, Hugh Chambers, Eric Waltz. And then you got Jake Tripucka, the Tripucka brothers, and Don Bosco coming to town. Gillespie finally gets the goal.